Where the streets were always busy and the sky often gray, lived Amelia Hart, a book editor with a quiet soul and a love for rainy mornings. Her life was organized, peaceful, predictable, until one February afternoon when everything changed. She met Liam Walker at a poetry reading. He was a travel photographer, just back from Nepal, and had a habit of speaking like he was always quoting something beautiful. He was the kind of man who noticed small things, coffee stains on pages, music playing from open windows, how a person smiled when they thought no one was watching. After the event, they talked for hours in a cafe tucked between old bookstores. "I feel like I've known you before," Liam said as the cafe closed. "Maybe we read each other in a past life," she replied, smiling. That night, under soft rain and the glow of streetlights, they kissed, and the world felt quiet for the first time. Chapter 2. 6 months of everything. For 6 months, they were inseparable. They explored London like it was new. Sundays became their favorite day, bookstores in the morning, cooking in the afternoon, jazz records in the evening. Liam took photos of Amelia constantly, laughing, reading, sleeping. She filled his notebooks with little quotes and sketches. He called her his calm. She called him her chaos. One day, lying beneath the stars in Hyde Park, Liam whispered, "I could love you forever." Amelia, her heart full and afraid, whispered back, "Promise me you'll stay." He kissed her forehead. Always. But sometimes, love isn't enough to keep someone from leaving. Chapter 3, The Goodbye. Liam was offered a once-in-a-lifetime photography assignment, an 8-month project that would take him across Asia. He hesitated. "I can say no," he told her. "I will, if you ask me to." But Amelia, though her heart was breaking, smiled bravely. "You've waited your whole life for this. I won't be the reason you stay behind." They promised to write, to call, to be strong. For the first few weeks, they did. But life on the road was chaotic. Time zones got in the way. Messages came late. Then stopped. Amelia waited. But silence grew like a wall between them. Liam never returned. Chapter 4, The Years Between. 3 years passed. Amelia changed. She got promoted. She traveled. She pretended to be okay. But every man she dated wasn't Liam. Every photograph reminded her of his. Liam's work became famous. His name appeared in magazines, his exhibitions traveled the world. But in none of the interviews did he mention the girl from London. Everyone told her to forget him. But she couldn't. Some loves leave footprints too deep to erase. Chapter 5, The Letter. One morning, Amelia received a letter in her mailbox. Not an email. Not a text. A real letter. It was from Nepal. Dear Amelia, I don't know if this will reach you. I don't even know if you're still at the same address. But if it does, I need you to know something. I never stopped loving you. I didn't come back because I was ashamed. The project broke me. I lost myself out there. And I thought you deserved someone whole. Someone better. But the truth is, every sunset reminded me of you. Every street corner. Every quiet morning. It was always you. I'll be at the place where we first kissed, at 7 p.m. this Friday. If you've moved on, I'll understand. But if you haven't, I'll be waiting. Yours always, Liam. Amelia read the letter over and over. Then she cried. Then she ran. Chapter 6, The Return. Friday. 7 p.m. The sky was silver, just like that first night. Amelia stood under the same lamppost where they had kissed years ago, her heart pounding. For 5 minutes, no one came. For 10 minutes, she waited. Then she turned, and there he was. Older. Tired. Still the same eyes. They stared at each other, speechless. Then Liam whispered, "You came." Amelia's voice broke. You came back." He took a step forward. Then another. Then she was in his arms, and time collapsed around them. Epilogue, a love that stayed. They didn't start over. They continued, slowly, gently. They moved into a small flat. Liam stopped running. Amelia started writing. Every Sunday, they still went to bookstores, cooked together, played old jazz records. And every year on the day they reunited, they wrote each other a letter, even though they lived under the same roof. Because some loves don't fade. They wait. And when they return, they stay. Forever. When the Stars Aligned. In a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and ancient trees, lived a young woman named Alara. She was a dreamer, a painter who found colors in the wind and music in the rain. Her days were spent in a small studio, where the scent of oil paint lingered in the air and canvases told stories words could not. Though she had friends and admirers, Alara often felt a strange emptiness in her heart, like something was missing, something, or someone, she had yet to meet. Miles away, in a bustling city lit by neon signs and echoed by hurried footsteps, lived a man named Aidan. He was an astronomer, grounded in science yet always drawn to the poetry of the stars. His life revolved around numbers, telescopes, and theories, but he often found himself staring at the night sky, wondering if somewhere beneath the same blanket of stars, someone else was doing the same. One autumn afternoon, Aidan visited Alara's town to speak at a local university about constellations and cosmic patterns. After his lecture, craving quiet and inspiration, he wandered into a small art gallery, and there he saw it. A painting. A night sky bursting with colors not found in nature, yet more real than anything he'd ever seen. In the middle of the sky, 2 stars shone brighter than the rest, nearly touching. The title read, "When the Stars Aligned." Alara stood in the corner of the gallery, watching him. She noticed how long he stared, the way his eyes softened as if something inside him had clicked into place. "Do you like it?" she asked, her voice hesitant. Aidan turned, startled but smiling. "I do. It's familiar. Like something I've felt, but never seen." They talked for hours that day. About stars and color, science and emotion, loneliness and longing. It was as if the universe had gently nudged them toward each other after years of waiting. Aidan extended his stay. Each day brought more conversations, laughter, and quiet moments under the stars. Alara showed him the world through brushstrokes, and he taught her how the stars danced in ancient rhythms. Their worlds, once so different, began to weave together like threads in a tapestry. One night, lying on a blanket beneath a sea of stars, Aidan pointed to a pair of stars shining close together. "They say when 2 stars are destined to meet, the universe will bend time and space to bring them together." Alara turned to him, her voice barely a whisper. "Do you think we're those stars?" "I don't think," he said, gently taking her hand. "I know." Years later, their love became legend in the town. People spoke of the painter and the astronomer who had found each other when the stars aligned. Their story was told not just in words, but in paintings and constellations, in love letters and quiet stargazing. And every autumn, on the night they first met, a special constellation seemed to shine a little brighter, 2 stars, side by side, eternal in the sky.